Truly massive, massive news. Trump this morning announced a new Fed chair. And if you're not bullish on the future yet, I need you to lock in. I've been telling you guys, and you need to listen to the videos. February 20th, it's not a flip of a switch. It doesn't mean prices are going to go parabolic, but February 20th, 2026 is the switch into the dissolving of the old systems, the centralized bank, to decentralization financially, the old systems of healthcare being external to internal health, the food pyramid getting flipped upside down, and fragmentation of religious structures into oneness with God. On this channel, I break down the facts, figures, numbers, logic, and I'm here to sell you discipline. I'm here to sell you consistency. And I'm here to sell you, what it takes to build a plan for your family that will help them for generations to come. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to go right into the big news. This is bullish, but here's the thing, okay? If you're trying to get rich quick, this is not your channel, okay? If you're looking for hopium or hype, this is not your channel. This is a channel for those who want to lock in, who understand the power of patience, who understand the power of discipline, but I am going to give you the blueprint. I'm going to share with you exactly what I'm doing on every single video so you can come back and measure my success, just like I've been doing since 2020, okay? This news right here is extremely, extremely bullish. President Donald J. Trump nominates Kevin Warsh as chairman of the Board of Governor of the Federal Reserve. I'm pleased to announce that I am nominating Kevin Warsh to be the chairman of the Board of the Governors of the Federal Reserve. I really am trying to help people understand how unbelievably historical this is. Donald Trump Jr., World Liberty Financial, is having a private meeting behind closed doors at Mar-a-Lago on February 18, 2026, with the biggest people in finance to figure out what the future is going to be. It's very clear what is happening. By 2030, your system's going to be completely different. This is not our grandparents' or parents' economy. You have to understand how economic cycles work, and you need to understand that this is the biggest shift that we will ever experience. I don't think our grandkids will experience anything like this. So lock in. All right, check this out. So this is President Trump's next Fed chair pick, Kevin Warsh. If you're under 40, Bitcoin is your new gold.
Are you on board with Bitcoin? I know Stan Druckenmiller is now on board. I think when we've talked about Bitcoin in the past, I think you had perhaps a lesser view. I don't know if you have a different view today.
Stan calls me his partner. I call him my boss. One of us is lying, but I'll let you figure out who's who in that, Andrew. So I'd say I think that Bitcoin does make sense as part of a portfolio in this environment where you have the most fundamental shift, for example, in monetary policy since Paul Volcker. This is a big shift that we're seeing under the Powell Fed, rightly or wrongly. So I'm not surprised in a period of dollar weakness where Bitcoin's doing what it's doing. And I'd also suggest that part of the move in Bitcoin is taking some of the bid away from gold. I think if Bitcoin never existed, gold would be rallying even more right now. But I guess if you're under 40, Bitcoin is your new gold.
That's your Fed chair nominee, okay? So here's another video that was posted by Eric Wise with our new Fed chair nominee, of course.
You made reference to Bitcoin, and I thought I heard a little bit of condescension that people are buying Bitcoin and these things.
But doesn't it? Charlie Munger, this is 2 or 3 years before he died, Charlie Munger attacked Bitcoin. He called it evil, in part because it would begin to undermine the Fed's ability to manage the economy.
Or could provide market discipline.
Boom. Talking my language, baby. My language right there. Boom. Warriors rise. Or it can create market discipline. We're moving from undisciplined systems, sloppy people, unethical, unmoral, to clear, equitable, even playing field. Lock in.
Or it could tell the world that things need to be fixed.
Bitcoin does not make you nervous.
Bitcoin does not make me nervous. I can hearken back to a dinner I had here in 2011 with someone who is another guest on your show. I won't say his name. Okay, I just did Mark Andreessen, who showed me the white paper That was the original white paper. I wish I had understood as clearly as he did how transformative Bitcoin and this new technology would be. Bitcoin doesn't trouble me. I think of it as an important asset that can help inform policymakers when they're doing things right and wrong.
Man, do you see what I'm saying, guys? It can inform policymakers who's doing what's right and wrong. Study February 2020. This is what I'm talking about. Blind leadership is dead. Giving your money to a broker and hoping that you can retire is dead. Things are going to be clear, transparent, and as Warren Buffett says, when the tide goes out, you're going to see who has swim trunks on in the next year, guys. But what I need you to understand is it's going to be bumpy, and I was very excited, and this is going to upset some people, but I want Bitcoin to drop as low as possible, guys. I want these markets to come way down because I want more ability to lower my dollar cost average. Bitcoin went down to what, 82 yesterday? I bought more. Okay, XRP was 170. I bought more. WFI kind of still held steady. I bought more. I'm stacking WLFI, Solana, Bitcoin, and XRP. And I'm so grateful that I'm getting this opportunity because I feel in my heart that within the next 3 to 5 years, they're going to be like, you were a legend buying XRP under $2. You were a legend buying Bitcoin under $100,000. You were a legend. You bought WLFI under 17 cents. What was it like? It was amazing. But it took discipline. It took stoicism. It took no emotion. And it took understanding that we're part of one of the biggest economic shifts in our history. All right, I'll leave you guys with this and then I'll get off my soapbox. Man, I hope you guys, I'm feeling some crazy, amazing energy, man. I love you guys. I really, really do, man. I really do. The haters, the people who like me, I love all of you guys, man. I think it's so historical. I think it's so great to be through this with you guys. I think it's great, the opposition. I think it's all wonderful. God is good all the time. Let's go.
Into American retirement accounts creates a fertile ground for workers and families to lose big. How do you think about crypto versus any other kind of investment for the average American family out there?
Well, Andrew, a lot of people are already exposed to crypto and other sorts of assets like that through their pension funds, and because they're managed by professional managers in those pension funds. So we're talking about the 401ks now, where I mean, we have to do things with respect to the different markets very carefully. We're focused right now on private securities, private equity funds, and things like that, where again, a lot of people are already exposed to those in their managed pension funds, and so we're looking to allow people to have access to those through their 401k, through the professional management of the what is allowed into their funds, their trustees that are looking after those funds. But right. I think the time is ripe to go forward with that.
I think the time is ripe, forward. Man, and I show you this stuff to keep you calm, to keep you out of the hopium, to keep you out of the hype, guys. The bullshit hopium is dead. Okay. I mean, even David Schwartz, man, he put something out about hopium. He was talking about people predicting $100 price prediction. Go look at he was commenting. It's floating around right now, guys. Don't let that discourage you, right? He's talking real talk. These people selling you $100 and these price predictions, it hurt a lot of people, guys. Let's be honest. I know for a fact it hurt a lot of people. We have 14,000 people in our community, right? We get 1 million views a day. We get thousands of comments a day. And do you know what the number one question I was getting on the back end of the year? The number one question I was getting on the back of the year is, do you believe XRP is going to go to $100 or for? And I said, no, not right now. Absolutely not. It doesn't make any sense. Like, but this, but I said, but nothing. It doesn't make any sense. In the future, do I believe that? 100%. But I've always told people 2030. I've always stayed away from price predictions. I learned my lesson from 2020 to 2022, and I built a plan. I got disciplined. I diversified. I'm not married to an asset or an asset class. I have offensive and I have defensive. I have a plan, CAPDR, that beats any economic cycle. You just have to learn how to beat inflation. Why do you think the 1% remain the 1%? Because the 1% operate different than the 99%. Okay. The 1% doesn't stuff their money in a 401k and hope they can retire. That's not how they operate. They're moving money through the system based on macro and microeconomics. They're looking at interest rates. Are they going down? Okay. The value of the dollar goes down. They move. Why do you think gold and silver are an all-time high? Smart money's moving around. That's all that's happening. It's currency. It just moves back and forth. So you need a system. You need a plan. You don't need the next best crypto. Are there some cryptos and some assets that are going to do very well? Yes. But you got to have the patience. You got to have the discipline. You got to have the consistency. You don't want to be over leveraged. And when people telling you, oh, let's just put it all in one asset. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Couple rules. Don't leverage your crypto. Do not leverage your crypto unless you have tons of money on the outside to right size it, because there's going to be another collapse like 10, 10, 20, 25. I'm warning you. And you should celebrate that collapse. Okay. So let's get more tactical. Let's get more clear. I'm going to share with you exactly what I'm doing. I do want to share this tool with you. I'm the co-founder and creator of this tool. It's Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. There's a couple caveats this why you should be using Merlin. Number one is when I travel and I'm outside my Wi-Fi's, I only use Merlin. It's a tracker. It's an interface. Pulls all your exchanges into one place, organizes all your crypto. Check this out. All your cryptos in one place. All your daily gains and losses. So clean. Looks better than any exchange. Okay. It's not an exchange. So it's just an interface. Okay. So you can see your daily gains and losses. Somebody hacks Merlin, they hack data. They can't hack your crypto. Okay. So this is a way so you can look while you're traveling around. Number two is we teach you how to set up exit plans. And I'm telling you what, we're beta testing a tool right now that is going to blow your absolute mind. It's elementary on setting up your exit plan. It literally helps do it for you. Okay. So if you come in here, this is how we win, guys. We calmly exit the markets. This is an example, a 50-50 exit plan. It helps you set up the targets. You get in here, you get your targets, you put them in here, okay? And it sends you an alert. You're getting close. Hey, Julie, you're getting close to your target. You might want to go take a look at your exchange, and then you go exit the trade. You go back and you touch grass, okay? So if you're interested in doing Merlin, it's 30 days for free, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to go to Get Started, click How to Accounts. We show you how to set up an exit plan. If you get stuck, click down here. We have amazing in-person customer service. Okay. We pride ourselves on that. Again, I'm the co-founder and creator of this. All your assets in one place, set up an exit plan. It's 30 days for free. You can try it before you buy it. So click the description of my video down below here on YouTube, or go to my social media platform, click it, and let me know in the comments how you've enjoyed Merlin. And I'm telling you what, the new feature we have coming out is going to differentiate us from any other crypto tracker. It is the best crypto tracker in the world and is truly the best way to track your crypto. Okay, so let's get into exactly what I do. So if you made it this far, love you guys, appreciate you. So here's the real deal. Here's what I'm doing. So it's called CAPDR. I invented it. It's trademarked, like we're in the trademark process. Let me be clear. So should have the certificate in the mail soon. Okay, so CAPDR, what is it? I invented it because I kept getting wrecked. I kept following hype. I kept following bullshit. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. This is not how it works. So I stopped following hype, and any influencer, any person doing content that gave me like this visceral, like I was missing something. Like, it's like, it was like, I stopped. And I started really asking myself, how do wealthy people operate? So richest man in Babylon. Okay. It's tried and true. The wisdom of King Solomon. I started to really dial that in, and I built my own system. This was back in 2020. I started to build this, and then I invented it. It became CAPDR. I put a name to it, and I put a system to it, right? Because people kept asking me, how did you do it? Well, I did it by, number one, not chasing hype. Number two, I pulled profits. Number three is I diversified. Number four is I protected in defense. And number five is when everybody ran from crypto, I went back in with leverage and I bought more and I multiplied my money. That's richest man in Babylon. I just followed richest man in Babylon. So I built my own system that is future proof. It manages. It's not about the assets that you buy. You can plug any assets into my system, guys. It educates you so that you're not just sitting there putting your money with a broker and be like, well, I hope it works out. It educates you on how money actually works. Okay. So first lesson, cash is trash. It's debt. You labor for someone else's debt. That's wild. Like, just let that sink in. You trade time for money. The money you're paid in is debt. So if they don't lower interest rates and they don't let us monetize more debt, and we all paid off our debt, the whole system would collapse. There's no money in the system. The whole system runs off an interest symbol. You're earning it or you're paying it. That's it. So your job is to get on the right side of it. Your job is to get on to earning it. Okay. So rule number one is you want to convert income into some cash flow. Okay. I take my first 10% and I go into dividends. Okay. There's many different dividends. There's so many different dividend stocks you can get into. Even if you take $10 and you make $1 off of it, you have to multiply the first 10%. Outside of debts and non-negotiables, which is living expenses, I run lean and mean. So there's extra income outside of the debts and non-negotiables. 10% goes into dividend stocks, create more cash flow. The cash flow and income outside of debts goes into assets. I push all my money into assets that beat inflation. Okay, we have defensive assets and we have offensive. Offensive looks like this. Okay, that'd be crypto, stocks. They look like this. That's your retirement. That's what most people do. Your 401k, you're in offensive. Well, what happens in 2006 to 2008 to our parents when the economy came collapsing down? They worked 35 years and the economy collapses. So offensive, they had no defense. Okay, so what I learned is in assets, my offensive, which let me give you my exact assets just to be open and transparent. XRP is number one. Bitcoin's number two. Those two are by a long shot. We have WLFI climbed up in the number 3 spot, World Liberty Financial. And Solana are top 4. Okay. I have many others, but I'm going to be consolidating all into my top 4. And let me be very clear. The only 4 that I'm buying right now are XRP, Bitcoin, WLFI, and Solana. And that's in the order of my allocation. Okay. And I have many others, XLM, HBAR, VeChain. I have tons of others, but I'm going to be consolidated. I'm learning through wisdom and studying. You don't hear Kathy Woods or Raoul Paul or Warren Buffett's a little bit different, but I'm talking in the crypto space. They're very hyper focused. Okay. Very hyper focused. They're not running off. And the person that's trying to sell you the next best crypto, no, guys. You're seeing crypto influencers. They launch tokens. They launch tokens when they lose all their money and the market's not doing what they thought it was going to do because they have no plan outside of crypto. That's the truth. So you'll see people who it didn't do what they thought in 2025. It's not doing what they thought in 2026. So then they launch a token because they're running out of money, right? That's just how the system works, guys, right? Just be very careful. Just stick in the top 4, top 5. Do you, but I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to keep you safe. So stock side, let's recap that. XRP, Bitcoin, WLFI, Solana. Stocks is ABTC, American Bitcoin, XXI, and then I have my dividend stocks. The reason why I don't share my dividend stocks is because that would be irresponsible because they're high risk, high return. And if you don't know how to de-risk, do not even get into them because I'm de-risking every Monday when I get paid cash into XRP and Bitcoin, multiplying my stacks, okay? Just go look up dividend stocks. There's tier 1, high risk, high return. You got tier 2, you got Michael Saylor. He has his preferred stocks. Those are producing anywhere from 8% to 11%. You go down into Coca-Cola, Apple, right? And just to give you a hint of tier 1, it's they're options, right? You go into ETFs. It's a new thing that came out about 2 years ago where you can buy a stock where they're going out and trading options and you're yielding off of the premium, right? But those are high risk, high return, and I'm de-risking out, sucking liquidity out of that. It's like I bought a business and that business has landscaping equipment and it's my NAV is eroding, but I'm trying to beat the NAV erosion and I'm getting out into XRP and Bitcoin. And I was able to beat it because over time, XRP and Bitcoin are going to skyrocket. Too deep of a conversation, but I just want to give you an example of that. Okay. So cash flow. Appreciating assets. When these appreciating assets go up, besides Bitcoin, we're going to move that into protection. I'm going to pull 50% of my crypto portfolio and I'm going to stuff it into protection. Insurance. I started getting into copper. Thank God I did. I nailed it. I think that was 2-3 weeks ago. I started getting into copper and I told you guys what I was doing. Got into copper, silver. I've had silver for a long time. I've told my academy about that for a long time. I should have been dollar cost averaging. So I did, and I'm going to keep dollar cost averaging. I'm going to keep buying it every single month. And Berkshire. So insurance, okay, that's my stability in my family bank. Silver, stability, and price. Well, I would say I'm just keeping stability. Copper, price appreciation and stability. And if my copper just explodes, I'm going to actually pull profits and put in Bitcoin, just letting you know what I'm doing. Berkshire, that's stability, long-term. Absolutely love Warren Buffett. I want to go to the shareholders meeting. L, leverage, okay? CAPDR. L is leverage. So when everybody comes panicking, they come collapsing down because they never pulled profits, just like on 10/10/2025, I leverage for my insurance. and I go buy and I multiply my money. So I'm multiplying it all over the place. I get income. I make 10% off the income. The 10% goes into assets. The rest of the income goes into assets. Boom, richest man in Babylon. I make more money. Boom, I pull it into protection. Then I leverage for my protection, richest man in Babylon. Now I created another brother and sister, and I go back in, create another brother and sister, goes back in, create another brother and sister. That's how winning is done. And DR is de-risk, baby, de-risk, baby, de-risk. You got to be de-risking, guys. De-risk. When you're in profit, get some off the table. If you walk into Las Vegas and you put $1,000 on a roulette table and you win $2,000, take $1,000 off, put it in your pocket. Okay? Play on the house money. And if you start winning on the house money, get a little loosey-goosey with some free cocktails, take the colored chips off the table. When you walk up to your room, you're a little tipsy-whipsy, you pull it out and you're like, holy crap, I won. Because you were disciplined. Because you didn't play games with the profits. And you take those profits and you don't go back down to the casino, baby. You put it in your safe or you put it into something that's going to multiply. It's that simple. Stop believing hype. Stop believing hopium. There is no get rich quick. There is discipline, consistency done for a long enough period of time to access a new paradigm. All right, guys. Love you very, very much. A couple reminders out there. I'm not proactively DMing you. I don't have WhatsApp. I don't have Telegram. We do not invest people's money. We do not have a trading platform. I will never ask you about your cryptocurrency. We do not invest people's crypto. We do not broker people's money. We do not manage people's money. I do not want to touch people's money. It's not my thing. I educate people. I'm an educator. We are a financial literacy company. That's what we do. We're one of the largest financial literacy companies in the world. We're going to continue to expand. We have 14,000 people worldwide, countries all over the world. And we have helped, we're coming up on 15,000 people. It's wild. And it is called CAPDR. It's a system I created, the 3T Warrior Academy. It's a revolutionary academy that is changing people's lives from the inside out. It's spiritual, physical, and financial. It's an education company. Down below in my description of my YouTube video, you can sign up for the CAPDR. You can meet with my team to see if you're a good fit. On my social media platform, click the link and you will see how to apply for the CAPDR program to see if you're a good fit. I also have a free section here on YouTube where you can learn all this stuff for free. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.